We're talking with our keynote speaker today, Jayme Parker. Jayme, great to have you with us.
Thank you for having me, Ken.
This is your first induction ceremony here with the New Hampshire Legends of Hockey, and looking forward to hearing you today. And tell us about your career. You've been with NESN, the New England Sports Network, now for quite some time.
Yeah, quite some time. I won't date myself, but it's been over 20 years. Pretty much fresh out of college, I got my first on-air job to be the weekend sports desk anchor, and haven't looked back since. I'm still there. Technically, I don't work for NESN anymore, but my show that I started about 6 years ago airs on NESN.
And that is Outside the Fame.
It is Outside the Fame.
And tell us, for those who have not seen it, a little bit about the show.
Well, you should watch it.
Yes, of course you should watch it.
It's a half-hour show taking former or current athletes and highlighting or focusing on some sort of passion, talent, interest that they have outside the sport that they played. So I've done some crazy stuff because I do participate with them in whatever they choose as their activity, and I've done beekeeping, oyster farming, skiing, jiu-jitsu, some wild stuff.
I guess so.
It's been quite a ride for the last 6 years.
Yeah. So who were some of the people that you've had on over the years?
Oh, so since we're at a hockey event, I will kind of talk about the hockey guys first and foremost. So Ray Bork, Rick Middleton, Terry O'Reilly, Sean Thornton. I mean, there's been a lot. I've also done some, Hall of Famers in other sports like Jim Rice, Ty Law, Drew Bledsoe, Teddy Bruschi. I've done some really, really great shows.
What did you do with Rick Middleton? He's
Rick Middleton and I, which
hockey.
I will tell in my keynote speech a little bit later, is we did some sled hockey because, as you know, he was the coach of the 2002 Paralympics hockey team and who unbelievably won gold, even though they were expected to finish last.
Yeah.
So we actually went to UNH and we got on the sleds, and it's pretty hard to try to steer and shoot the puck, and kudos to those athletes for sure.
Oh yeah, absolutely so. And Rick, I worked with Rick. He was my first color commentator with the Manchester Monarchs.
Special man.
And then the year after that, he went to NESN.
Yes, he did. He was with us for a little while.
Yeah, no doubt about that. And a terrific guy. But it's a great show. So folks, tune in to NESN. When is it on, General? I know it runs at various times.
It runs all the time, but primarily Sunday night at 8 o'clock.
Sunday night at 8. All right. There's nothing else on. It's Sunday night at 8. There's no football on at that time.
There might be some football games, but you know what? It airs all over the place. And I put them all on a YouTube channel after they air on NESN.
And you can record it too.
Of course.
And watch it at your leisure. What are some of the other things you've done in your career, Jayme, in addition to sports?
So I got my master's in broadcast journalism at Emerson, which is how I ended up in Boston. I've covered so many championships games. You know how they call Boston Titletown. Well,
Yes.
I covered 12 pro championship teams, 6 Super Bowls, 4 Red Sox World Series, 1 Bruins, 1 Celtics, and numerous college national championships and bean pots championships and all kinds of fun tournaments.
Now, very few can say that they have covered that many. In fact, you may be in a class by yourself in that regard.
I don't know about that. There's a lot of legend broadcasters out there, which I'm sure they've covered just as many, if not more.
Well, you've covered a lot.
Yes, I have.
Anyway, and there's, I know, and I think you're going to mention it today, that actually you worked a little bit on the Seinfeld set.
I did work on the side. So Emerson actually has an LA campus as well. So my second semester at Emerson, I decided to go and explore the West Coast, and I studied out there. But I also got some side gigs where I worked on a couple shows out there. One of them was the Seinfeld show, and that cast of characters just hilarious on and off screen. I mean, they are who they are. But they even put me in a couple episodes, so which I don't even have the tapes or anything, but I think my parents might.
Yeah. That is really something.
Yes.
And you interned at ESPN out there as well?
I did. I did Talk 2 with Jim Rome, which was kind of a fun show. It was just a kind of a sit-down interview show, and Jim Rome interviewed a slew of characters over the years that we did that.
Is there anything you haven't done that you would like to do? I mean, you've pretty much done it all when it comes to sports.
I don't know. I still, even though I've been doing the show and I've gotten numerous, Hall of Famers and class acts, there's still a bunch of athletes out there that I would absolutely love to feature on my show. So.
All right, so tell me one or two of them. Who haven't you gotten that you would like to get?
So, of course, I would love the great Bobby Orr. And I do know him pretty well. He's just not really doing a lot of stuff like that lately. And let's see. I don't know. I mean, he's definitely up there. Maybe Pedro Martinez.
Pedro Martinez.
Yes,
He'd be a good one.
Yeah.
For sure. Well, Jayme Parker, we're so glad that you're here today to be the keynote speaker at the banquet. And we appreciate it very much, and great to meet you after all these years, seeing you on
Nice to meet you too,
Nessun.
Ken. Yeah, great. Thank you so much for having me. Appreciate it.